Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Don't forget, I'm doing a Colby Covington autograph photo giveaway. All you have to do is leave the message subscribe in the comments below to get entered into the contest. And if we're over 4,000 subscribers by the end of August, I'm going to ship that Colby Covington autograph photo authenticated by JSA to one lucky fan. All right, let's get into the co-main event for UFC 291. Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. Man, this is going to be an absolute barn burner fight. I do wish this fight was happening, maybe in November or December, because I do think Alex Pereira is rushing back to a fight after getting brutally knocked out by Israel Adesanya. He doesn't have a ton of experience in the UFC getting KO'd like this. I mean, he didn't really get KO'd a lot ever really in kickboxing either. So this is a first for him to get he got hurt in the first Israel Adesanya fight, but he got absolutely straight knocked the F out, straight Friday style. He was out cold, man, and the worst part about that was after he got knocked out by Izzy, his head, the back of his head, man, smoked the canvas. And that is never good. And Jan Blachowicz might be the strongest puncher at 205, if not in the UFC. Is his boxing going to be able to get to Alex Pereira? Pereira gets hit a lot, man. I saw some of that sparring footage with that boxer. I mean, he was taking shots to the head. He's a maniac, man. I don't think it's a great idea for him to be live sparring after that knockout. I don't think it's a good idea for him to be fighting this soon after being KO'd and his head hitting the canvas. So that's why my pick to win the co-main event is Jan Blachowicz. I think he has a lot of paths to victory. He's got that crazy left hook that puts people into the shadow realms, and he's also got good wrestling, man. I mean, that Ankalaev fight was very similar to that Ngannou-Derek Lewis fight where both of them were just scared to let go. It was a really weird fight. I'm hoping he comes back refreshed and ready to fight. Blachowicz is getting older, which is a concern. I'm not betting any money on this fight. It's coming in about even odds. I think Blachowicz might be a -120, very slight favorite. But even though, their specs are the same, they're both, coming in at a 44 leg reach. Their boxing reach, 78 to 79, is virtually the same. Blachowicz is coming in at 6'2", Pereira's coming in at 6'4". I mean, look at all that experience. Blachowicz has been in so many mixed martial arts fights over the years. I mean, the dude is pushing 40. But Pereira's not a spring chicken either. I think he's 35. So this is going to be a great fight. I just wish it was happening a few months from now because who knows? That chin could be, one little clip on that chin and Pereira could be on wobbly legs. And I'm sorry, but Blachowicz punches a lot harder than Israel Adesanya does. But Izzy baited him, and I hope he watched the tape, Jan, where he wants to press people up against the cage, and that's a great time to just dip and rip that left hook over the top. It's going to be there, man. But we'll have to see how Jan Blachowicz's chin holds up. He is a little flat-footed, which concerns me. He likes to march forward. He doesn't have a ton of he's not as elusive like Izzy is, but even Izzy was getting marched down in both of those Pereira fights. His back was against the fence, and he's lucky. And another thing that Alex Pereira is really good at is those leg kicks, man. And Blachowicz, for how big he is, he's got kind of skinny legs. So those leg kicks could be a huge, huge part of this fight. And, man, anyone who's been kicked in the calf knows you only can take a couple of those before your leg is shot. And once your legs are gone, his shots to take Pereira down won't be as strong. His leg kicks, he has great leg kicks to the body. They won't be as strong, and we know punching power is definitely limited if your legs aren't underneath of you. But regardless, this fight is going to be super exciting. I cannot wait for the Blachowicz-Pereira fight. I'm going to go with Blachowicz because I think he's got more paths to victory. And I'm really concerned about Pereira's chin, especially at altitude. There's not enough oxygen in your brain already. And I don't think a lot of people are talking about that. You're not getting enough oxygen to your lungs that goes to your brain, and his brain is already going to be short wired after getting brutally knocked out, not even 3 months before this fight's taking place. So it really concerns me that his chin's not going to be there, and Blachowicz punches hard as hell, man. That Polish power is rare. is real, excuse me. Ask Luke Rockhold. He got put into the shadow realms with that left hook. And Pereira, his hands are super low, man. He punches from the waist, and he's extremely hittable. And when you go up in a weight class, man, these guys hit hard. But Pereira was killing himself to make 185. So, fighting at 205 shouldn't be that, I don't think it's going to be a huge weight cut for him. So I don't know if that's going to be a concern. But even cutting a little bit of weight, getting knocked out, fighting at altitude, people get crushed. There's not a lot of oxygen in your brain, man. And you get tired, and your brain protects itself any way it can. So that's why I'm picking Blachowicz. Let me know in the comments below, who are you guys taking in this fight? You think Pereira's power is just going to be too much, and that kickboxing style and those head kicks are just going to smoke you on Blachowicz? Because that very well could happen. But who knows? I think it's going to be a great fight no matter what. I love this fight. I wish it was a couple months later like I was saying earlier, but it should be a lot of fun for the fans. We're less than 24 hours away from UFC 291 in Salt Lake City. Let me know in the comments below who you guys are picking. You guys got any bets on this fight? If you do, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, please. It really helps out the channel grow. And definitely leave some comments, and we'll talk about this fight. I'll catch you guys on the next fight. Peace!